Hello and welcome to Titanium Towers Tarot. And today I will be doing a pull, and not necessarily, no, not a pull. I will be doing a timeless challenge spread for fire signs for the week ahead. All right. So I started pulling your cards, and then my phone did something weird. So I'm just gonna read what came out already. Okay. So the action card for the week is be vulnerable. Okay. So be vulnerable in order to, and that is clarified by the ego card in the reverse, which says the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. So if you become vulnerable, if you be vulnerable to a certain extent, you will avoid this ego card, as well as the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, the resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. I'm guessing that here, if you're being vulnerable, you might also have the possibility, in this case, be something like this. Or wait. Okay. So maybe in the first, the first possibility, what I'm seeing is that you you are vulnerable, okay? But that will in turn, it's like being the bad side of vulnerable, and you're too vulnerable and you're just gullible and you just like believe everything anybody says. Well, if that is what's going to happen, okay, someone is going to come and steal from you, and they might or might not get caught. Well, probably, because they have a noose underneath their foot here, so they might get caught or they might not. But because of that, you'll have to embody the Fool, and the Fool's way of being free, being okay. I'm in this predicament, but it's going to get better and it's going to fix itself. I don't know how, but I believe that it will fix itself. Right? Then you have the Lover's card, which is a choice. Choice, because if you see in this card, it is it is the depiction of Adam and Eve with the snake at the bottom, and Eve is handing Adam an apple. So this is the choice. You have the choice of eating the forbidden fruit, or you have the choice of not eating the forbidden fruit, right? God, what did God say? God said in the Bible, don't touch that fruit, don't eat it, you cannot. You are prohibited from eating that fruit. And what did and the snake, I think, tricked Eve, who passed it on to Adam, right? That's when they were sent to Earth. I might be mistaken, I'm sorry, but I think that's the gist of the story. So then you are put in front of a choice. So you're going to have the Fool. You're going to have the Fool type of mentality at the beginning, but then, okay, someone is going to present you with a very tantalizing choice. I mean, we're talking the snake, we're talking the devil. It's like really, wow. I really am attracted to this choice. You have difficulty seeing what you should and shouldn't do. Okay, what's the best version? You're basically what you're gonna have difficulty with is deciding which one's best for you. And I mean, this could just be going to the mall. Like, we're in COVID-19 situation here, so going to the mall is if the mall is open, but basically you're going to be set in front of a choice. It could just be what to eat, right? To eat good food or to eat junk food. Okay, so if you were going to go with a better choice, you would eat the healthy food. But if you were going to go with the less healthy food, it would not be so good for you, for your system, right? So that is what you're going to be put in front of. And following that choice, you might possibly be kind of like, that was not a good choice. Why did I not know better? Why? What came over me? And then you just spill your cup of whatever. You know, it's like, meh, I'm just not happy with this choice. Why did I make it? Why? You know, so that is the first one. Then in the second one, it is the ego in the reverse. So at this stage, with the ego in the reverse, which is saying the illusion of being trapped. You will not have that illusion. Placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. So you're not too worried, you're not too fearful, you're not caught up in anything, right? So because of that, your vulnerability, you knowing how to pace your vulnerability, knowing how to protect yourself, but to be vulnerable at the same time. And in so doing, you will start a project, a somewhat long project, but that will give you a lot of self-importance, self-recognition. You are going to be very, how do I say it, very content because you are working on something. One of the best ways to keep yourself happy is to keep yourself occupied. And the best way to stay happy while being occupied is to be doing something that you adore doing, right? So there's that. But then, and then you have the Seven of Wands. No, seven? Six. What am I talking about? The Six of Wands pointing towards the right. Okay. And I choose the way the card is pointing depending on where the top part is turned towards. So this victory, Six of Wands, is going to be quick in coming because you're going to be vulnerable. The better part of vulnerable, which is you're going to put away your ego and you're going to live from your heart. You're going to react from your heart and you're going to be vulnerable in that sense, which will in turn get you to work on a long-term project that you adore, that you will put the time and effort in, and that will get you to move fast towards what you want. It will heal your heart, your broken heart. It will heal it quickly because, yet again, it's pointing towards the right. And at the end of the day, okay, you will be contemplating what you have done, because if you look in this picture, you see the Queen of Pentacles looking at her own reflection in the pentacle. So it's, or she's very proud of what she's seeing, or it's that she is looking quite intently at the beautifully crafted pentacle. Okay, so either way, the one that I find is less favorable is the first one, where you will be vulnerable, you will not learn your lessons, you will fall for every single trap. And because of that, you will get caught in an act of felony, possibly. I don't know. Like, when I say felony, it could just be you're eating one too many cookies, or you're not sharing with others, or you're not following your diet, stuff like that, you know. So there's that. But because of that, because of you being caught, you are going to have the full personality, which is you start from scratch, you start from zero, everything's gonna be new. Yes. And because of that, you are set in front of a choice. The choice, the lovers. Do I eat the forbidden fruit? Do I not eat the forbidden fruit? What do I choose? You know? And the choice that you make will not really be the best. At least you don't feel like it's the best, because in this card, you can see the King of Cups be like, "Meh, this was a bad idea," and like spilling over his cup. Look at his face. He's just like, "Meh, I don't like it. Nay, this is not good." But the beauty in life is that at least when you make a choice and you live the consequences, then you can make another choice, because the consequences are here to teach you something, so you can learn from them and you can grow as a soul, right? So the in this card, well, in the second option, everything is good, everything is upright, everything is pointing towards the right, which means quick to change. Okay, that is good. In the upper one, it's more like you're gonna go through a cycle where you learn your lesson. You learn something about yourself. And I mean, as much as personally I would go for you learning your lesson, because I did that, you know, when I was hit by that car, when I had to learn all these lessons. I will never take that back. Okay, it is a part of me now, and I would not have become the person I am today if I had not been hit by that car. So I would not undo it. I would keep it the way it is. But that is just me. But seeing as the second one, where you heal your heart and you step away from your ego and you work on something that you adore, that one looks great to me, because it just looks like it's normal, traumaless life, right? While the first one looks like there's a big trauma that might happen that will teach you a lesson. But if we can avoid it, even better. So that is why I'm going to pull a block card for that. Okay. And the card that came out is limiting belief. Limiting belief, a copying. Excuse me. For some reason, I have forgotten how to read. A copying mechanism. Okay, and let me just see what it means. Yay. Where is it? Well, if you can wait, I will find it. sorry, I have put it in the wrong case. Alright, so limiting belief. Limiting belief. Limiting belief. Are you ready to release this? Yes. So, that is what I have for you guys for the free portion. If you would decide to follow me into the extended, alright, so I will be pulling a blue and yellow card. No, I'll be pulling a yellow and blue card from the Spiritual Ass Kicker deck in order to really clear this from your reality. I will also, share with you all the insight that comes to me from my guides and angels. And that is it for today. So if you guys like this, please like it and comment, because I love comments. I love comments. It helps me grow and expand as a reader. So with that being said, I wish you all a very good week, and I will see you next time. Bye.